Hey, I appreciate you watching Mondays with Mike. Sometimes I sit back and relax because my future is so bright I gotta wear shades. Those of you in my generation know that song. But in reality, there's a whole group of people in this area that are blinded to the light. And they do have shades on. They do have blinders to the gospel. And the Bible teaches us that the God of this world, Satan, has blinded unbelievers. And so we've been challenging you to adopt your neighbors, 5 neighbors. We've been challenging you to do a number of things regarding just praying for them, covering them in prayer, praying for God to save them. Rebecca Larson actually took that to heart. She did much more than just adopt a few neighbors. She's adopting whole towns, and she's leading our church in prayer walks. And we started the whole prayer walk movement in our church over the next few months here this morning in the front of King Johnson, a school I went to 6th and 7th grade in, and not good years for me. But anyway, there's currently meeting in this building a church, and within sight of this church there's 3 other churches. And if you do Google Maps for churches in this area, there's about 11 churches. And so we're going to be praying for the local churches as we walk around for the gospel to be presented, for people to be saved, for God to revive his church. Because in reality, there's only one true church. Every believer in Giles County is, we might show up at local churches on a given Sunday, but we're really one. We are one. And we want to pray like that, and we want to encourage you to do that too. So get your shoes on, get your walking shoes on, or your tennis shoes on, or whatever, your fishing shoes on, whatever you call them, and turn them into praying shoes. And start walking your community, start as you drive by, whatever. Just begin to pray for God to save people. It's Easter season. What a great time for God to pour out his Spirit on his church so that his church can impact the world. Hey, Rebecca wants to tell you something. She never forget.
You are greatly loved.
See you next week.